Hey guys, Ben here and welcome back to another video on The Flash Season 9. Today we're going to be talking about an article that was released by Entertainment Weekly to do with the series finale of The Flash. So if you do go on to enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment and subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future DCTV videos later this year. Okay guys, so we're going to be covering The Flash as we head towards these final 2 episodes. I'm recording this video on Sunday. Wednesday is not far away. That's going to be part 3 of A New World, aka the final graphic novel, The Flash TV show. And then the week after, we're going to be having the series finale of The Flash. So there's going to be so much to talk about. And if you have any specific topics or videos you guys would like me to make to do with The Flash Season 9 before the show comes to an end, please be sure to let me know down in the comments below. What would you like to see? But in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and break down this article from Entertainment Weekly. The link will be in the description below. You can check it out after this video if you want to go read it for yourself. So the title of this article is The Flash Showrunner Reveals How Tom Cavanagh Returns in Series Finale. So we all know that Tom Cavanagh was probably going to return. I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer because he's been such a pivotal part of The Flash, whether it be playing many different versions of Harrison Wells or playing Reverse Flash, aka Eobard Thawne. Obviously, he's probably most iconic for playing that secret version of Thawne, who obviously was with the face of Harrison Wells, and he was the reason why Season 1 was so good, along with all of the other regular cast members like Grant, Candace, Danielle, Carlos, and the story that they put together. But really, I think Reverse Flash is the clear highlight of Season 1, and he has returned ever since. We've pretty much seen him in most seasons. Like, he's been such a pivotal character, just like he is in the Flash comics, so it just makes sense that Eobard Thawne will be returning for the series finale. So we actually got the Matt Letscher version of Reverse Flash, which is the original version of Reverse Flash, who initially killed Barry's mum. Then he went on to steal Harrison Wells' face from Earth 1, and so that's when Tom Cavanagh came into the picture. But Matt Letscher returned in episode 10. It was one of the best episodes of The Flash ever. We've made lots of videos on that, so go check that out on the channel. But let's go ahead and get into this. So Cavanagh returns as Eobard Thawne in The Flash Season 9 series finale. So Barry Allen's story can't end before he faces his greatest enemy one last time on The Flash. EW can exclusively reveal that Tom Cavanagh is returning to the CW's last Arrowverse show in the series finale as Eobard Thawne, aka Reverse Flash. The actor broke the news of his own return to the series back in February, but showrunner Eric Wallace tells EW that his appearance in the May 24th episode, A New World Part 4, will be his original Season 1 villain. So it's not any other version of this Reverse Flash. Obviously, we've seen him from various points in time. This is actually Reverse Flash from Season 1. I wonder how he gets back. I'm pretty sure it's going to be to do with Cobalt Blue. We know there is a bunch of villains returning in the finale, and I think Cobalt Blue, with his powers and being able to be in multiple places at once, including in the future, in the past, and the present, has literally picked out Eobard Thawne from Season 1, plucked him out of that time period, and put him into the present, where we will see this amazing villain lineup with Savitar, Reverse Flash, Zoom, Godspeed, and Cobalt Blue. And so I'm pretty sure that's how we're going to see the Season 1 version of Reverse Flash. Obviously, he's got the face of Tom Cavanagh because he's already been stuck in Barry's time period in 2000, as we saw in episode 10. And somehow Cobalt Blue has plucked him out and literally transported him, like he's been doing to Barry in these last 2 episodes, to the future. And somehow he will convince him to team up with the rest of the team and take down the Flash in the May 24th episode. So that's when A New World Part 4 is going to be airing on the CW. Let's continue with this. So this is a quote from Eric Wallace. He says, "This is Barry Allen's final race, so you can't tell that story without including his most infamous adversary, the Reverse Flash. And having brilliantly played the character since Season 1, bringing Tom back as our show concludes its run was always part of the plan. Tom's exciting portrayal of Eobard Thawne has been unforgettable for 9 years, and fans will be delighted to know that he's brought that same kind of wonderful intensity to our finale too. Last seen in Season 8, Eobard Thawne is a brilliant scientist from the future who is obsessed with becoming a hero just like the Flash, and he ultimately became the Flash's greatest enemy in the future when not everything went his way. So there you have it. That is Eric Wallace himself confirming that Tom Cavanagh will be returning as Eobard Thawne, because like he said, you can't include the Flash's story and not have Reverse Flash in it. We've obviously cleared one of the most important story points to do with Reverse Flash in our TV show back in episode 10, with Barry going back and fighting Matt Letcher's version of Eobard Thawne, and obviously him being the one to kill Barry's mum and Barry to save his younger self. We talked about that lots since episode 10 came out, and so now it just makes sense that we will be seeing the original season 1 version of Reverse Flash played by Tom Cavanagh, because really to us he's the OG Flash, even though his true face is Matt Letcher. So I think this is perfect in terms of the way to end the show, because Tom has been such a vital part of the show for such a long time, since season 1. As they said, it's been literally 9 years of him playing multiple characters, but obviously most importantly playing Eobard Thawne. And so yeah, he's going to be back, and we're going to all be super hyped for that. He's going to be very intense in the finale. That's what Eric Wallace teases. Also, and I might add, on top of this, I'm pretty sure we're going to be seeing Tom Cavanagh return as not just Eobard Thawne, but also as another character. And that character is in fact Timeless Wells. Because in behind the scenes photos, we've seen Tom Cavanagh on set, and he wasn't suited up in his Reverse Flash suit all the times that we've seen him in these photos, and we know that Team Flash is going to need help, and what better person to bring back than Tom Cavanagh as Timeless Wells. We all know that Timeless Wells is very powerful, and considering his powers and the way that he is all to do with time travel and timelines and everything like that, he would be the perfect person to bring in order to try and defeat Cobalt Blue, who has very similar powers, and we're going to be seeing that in the next couple of episodes as we head towards the end of the show. But let's go ahead and read through the synopsis for this final episode, which is A New World Part 4, coming out on the 24th of May. This is episode 13, so it goes like this. The final run. The Flash, the fastest man alive, is tasked with his greatest challenge yet: to save the timeline and to save existence. Friends, old and new, gather for an epic battle to save Central City one last time. In terms of those old friends who will be returning to help Team Flash in this episode, we know that Jessica Parker Kennedy is going to be in the episode. She's also going to be in the episode before, which is coming out just this coming week, and she's going to be back as Nora to help Team Flash face off against these enemies. Also, we know Mark is going to be helping them out. He is one of the new friends, and an older friend is Timeless Wells, as we've discussed. There is also a possibility that maybe Cisco could provide some assistance. I think it's unlikely that we're going to see him on screen, but if we do see him, maybe it's going to be a phone call, maybe it's going to be some like behind the scenes intelligence from Argus and where he is working. So hopefully we actually get to hear his voice or see his face, because it wouldn't be a finale without seeing him. Also, I'm pretty sure Joe should be back in this episode, considering this is the final episode and he is a recurring character, so technically he could be back. Don't think he's going to be out in the field helping them though. So I think that's it in terms of like friends out in the field who gather for this epic battle. But the synopsis says the Flash, the fastest man alive, is tasked with his greatest challenge yet, which is obviously stopping Cobalt Blue and all of the past villains that he has faced. They're all extremely powerful on their own, and Barry struggled by himself trying to defeat them. I don't know how much control these villains have, or if Cobalt Blue is controlling all of them and the eyes are going to be glowing blue. If that is the case, I think they can be pretty powerful and very ruthless, but I think actually there's an argument to be made that by themselves they might be even more dangerous. However, they could be dangerous to each other, because someone like Zoom, I don't think would ever agree to be part of a team up with all these villains to take down the Flash, because he is extremely greedy. He is a serial killer after all. He is not just like Reverse Flash, who is in this game literally to take down the Flash. So it's definitely going to be really interesting to see how they actually explain all of this and how they gather them together. I'm expecting Cobalt Blue to just take over all of them and pop them into this time period and control them. But maybe after the defeat of Cobalt Blue, those villains somehow snap back into it, and maybe the Flash is going to have to send them back to their own time periods in order to fix the timeline, because with all of them here having been plucked from their own times, there is a definite risk that the timeline is going to be changed, and there is a threat to existence with all of these massive villains being here at once. And so I like how the synopsis specifically mentions to save the timeline, to save existence. That is going to be his greatest challenge yet, because he is having to deal with these people who are from all over the timeline. So it's not just a threat to Central City and a threat to Team Flash, but a threat to time itself. And so they really have to go around this in a very smart way in order to stop Cobalt Blue from enacting what he is trying to do. We don't know his true plans, but we can assume from what he's been saying in these past few episodes that he's just trying to get back at Team Flash, and specifically Barry and Iris, because he is Eddie Thawne from the Singularity who somehow survived. That was revealed to us at the end of last episode when Malcolm realized who he really was. And so what we're seeing is Cobalt Blue's origin story, and he's going to eventually become this figure that we've been seeing who's been manipulating people all over the timeline. So he's going to be incredibly hard to stop. Plus, also, if he has the negative speed force, he's going to be a speedster. So he did get struck by that lightning. He could be the negative speed force avatar. He might be injecting that negative speed force into some of these other villains. So it's going to be an incredible battle. So remember guys, this episode is coming out on May 24th. That is going to be the series finale of the entire show. So we're not going to get anything beyond that. But I really hope the Arrowverse can live on somehow in the future, whether it be in comic books like what Nicole Maines is doing with Dreamer right now, or just with Superman and Lois continuing and somehow they bring that over to HBO Max rather than the CW, because things at CW are precarious. I think the Flash has chosen the perfect time to actually end the show. It's just a shame that there is not going to be anything to follow on from it, because traditionally in the past, with Arrow ending, with Supergirl ending, there was always something to follow on from it. And so I really hope there is some sort of future. But yeah, stick around guys as we head towards the end of the season. We're going to be making plenty of videos. If you missed any recent videos, just check out my channel. You can watch anything that interests you. We've got a lot of content to do with the Flash, Superman, Lois, the DCEU, and lots more. So for now, if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment. That would really help out the channel. And if you are new around here, please be sure to subscribe to not miss any videos and turn on notifications so you get notified every time I upload. But for now, you can click on the top right corner of the screen to watch my latest video, and I will catch you guys later. Goodbye.
I see red.